Talk is on, where you receive good information for your mortgage needs, such as mortgage programs and foreclosure programs to help get you out of foreclosure. Stay tuned and hear what's coming your way.
Mortgage Talk is on WSPNN Radio Network. Glad to be here with you guys on a beautiful Tuesday. It is Mortgage Talk on a Tuesday. Glad to be here with you. The topic of our show today, just want to get that turned down for me, Dave the man. He's our engineer. He's here with me. The topic of our show is to just do an introduction to tell you about me, an introduction about who I am, Rick Montgomery, and to let you know what Mortgage Talk is going to be giving you throughout the month. As we kicked off in the month of November, which go to show you how many foreclosure programs there's out there for you. And we're going to be talking about foreclosure programs this month of December. And the reason why that we're doing that is because there are too many homeowners out there that are in trouble. And we want to touch on every aspect about programs, because not every program is going to be for that particular individual. So you need to find the right programs for you. Remember what Mortgage Talk is. Mortgage Talk does not try to reinvent the wheel. We don't think that we are the know-it-alls. So we want to tell you what we know. What we do is tell you what's on the wheel, what the industry has for you. Because Mortgage Talk is under the umbrella of Information Center, where we give you nothing but the facts within the facts, none of our own personal opinion, but just the facts. And we also believe that with this information, with this knowledge, it helps build you into that educated consumer, which is indeed the best customer. And that is what Mortgage Talk is all about. Because when you're sitting down and you're talking to your lender, or you talking to your investor, or you talking to that servicer that is servicing your loan, you don't have to sit there in a help me situation because you're in trouble, because COVID-19 took your job away. You don't have to be in a help me situation in a submissive situation when you can still hold your head up and you still know the options that you have and the home that you work so hard for to obtain. You're not going to lose. You're not going to lose it. And you're going to be able to tell yourself that you're not going to lose it, because when you're in a foreclosure situation, the help me part comes on. And in that help me part leaves openings for those non-hackers that will come in and take advantage of you. That will come in because you have never been in this situation before. You never planned to go in this situation, nor did you plan to get out of this situation. So what is Rick Montgomery is doing? From his 20 years experience in the mortgage industry to share with you, and has helped many times many people and homeowners out of foreclosure, never losing the case, never lost the case. Never lost the case. And to share with you what I did to help homeowners, to help explain some of the programs to you and to help explain some of the paperwork and how the paperwork must be prepared to turn it in so you don't get turned down, because 80% of homeowners who turn in foreclosure paperwork get turned down. Did you hear what I said? All on little things that they forget to do, or send in partial information, or forget to get certain documents notarized, or forget to sign or initial certain documents. 80% of people who fill out the foreclosure programs, no matter what they are, mostly loss mitigation programs, by the way, and forbearance program, are turned down because of that. So I'm here to help you. I'm here to show you and to help you bring about an understanding of what you're doing so you can do it correctly. And you don't have to be wondering, how am I going to get it done? Nor do you have to pay someone $3,000 and $4,000 to get it done for you, which is what the going rate is right now. That's what the going rate is. When you hire a third-party person to help you complete the form, you're taking a chance that that third-party person is still going to be there once you give them the money. Or do you have to track them down? Are you blowing up their phones more when it was diverse, when it was blowing up your phone more? Well, I'm here to show you how you can get it done yourself and build confidence within yourself while you're getting it done, and even at the start of getting it done. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that beautiful? Through education and understanding, and even some motivational factors to help build you up, because you've been torn down when you're in foreclosure. So Rick Montgomery, tell me about you. That's what I'm telling you about me. I'm going to tell you about these programs and many, many other programs to come. But I'm telling you about these programs here. Mortgage Talk has been around for a very long time. A very long time. Mortgage Talk have CDs at WYCA Radio in Hammond, Indiana, where we first started. Our Christmas special that we done, that was very, very heavily rated. They had high ratings on our Christmas special until they played it again a year later, and a year later, and a year later. Wow. Because it had such an impact. It had such an impact. That's a blessing from the great I am. Not me. Blessing from the great I am. So Mortgage Talk went on internet in 2012. And my individual objective was become the #1 mortgage talk show in Blog Talk Radio. Took some time, but we became #1 in Blog Talk Radio. And that's something, we had the highest ratings. People were listening to our show. So now here's Mortgage Talk starting it all over again since we walked away in 2018 to help build up WHPNN Radio Network. And now we're back in 2020, and COVID-19 caused it pandemonium and throughout the world and even in the United States. There's a need for Mortgage Talk once more. And the need is to come back because programs have been revived. That means that the old program, who still carries the name that the new program has, but a lot of things has changed. And some of the programs was eliminated and then picked up by other entities. So we need to tell you about these programs, so it doesn't make sense for us to talk about we got 580 blogs out there. It doesn't make sense to say that because over 40 of those blogs has to be redone because the programs are eliminated or they were revived. And so we have to tell you about the revised program, which will make the original blogs be somewhat obsolete. So we tell you about this right now. That's what Rick Montgomery is doing. He's telling you, me, I'm him, is telling you about it right now. That's who I am. When it relates to mortgage talk, that's who I am. Now, we've been blessed to take things in a whole new different direction since we started here on Blog Talk Radio. We're now on Speaker.com. And we're streaming further worldwide. And being on Speaker.com allow us to be on other directories, to be recognized by other directories, to be on Dizzard. We wasn't on Dizzard when we was at Blog Talk Radio. And we're on Blog Talk now, simulcasting, through Speaker.com. Now, also through Dizzard, which is one of the new ones that we picked up within the last 3 weeks. And another one called Pod Chaser. And there's one more, but I can't say that name for nothing. I can't get that name together. I've been trying to get that name, and I'm gonna have to get that. And I don't want to, be embarrassed by trying to say the name. So I want to get it. But we have a third one, and our fourth one that we have signed up with, which is Amazon Music. Who would thunk it? Mortgage Talk on Amazon Music. Isn't that something? Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Cashbox. These are major directories that we're proud to be on. iHeartRadio. Mortgage Talk on iHeartRadio. Download the icon of iHeart and type in Mortgage Talk 1, the number one symbol, and you'll get us on iHeartRadio too. Apple Podcasts. And of course, Speaker.com and Blog Talk Radio. And now, doing live shows. Starting with Instagram. And also starting with Periscope. We're doing live with those. And soon we'll be going to Facebook and Twitter and LexN and YouTube. Wow. Really getting the name out there, really pushing the message out there. But we're blessed by the best just to be where we are right now and to start all over again. Yeah. Mortgage Talk don't have 68,000 listeners anymore starting off. We got to earn them back. We got to bring them back. And so that's our objective, is not only to reach so many people, but to reach so many people, not for our own self-gratification, but to reach so many people because the information is important and a lot of people don't know about it. You should see the questions on the internet when they're asking certain mortgage companies and the loan officer and the ticket taker loan officer. That's what I call them, ticket takers, because they don't really know much. They think they do, but they really don't really know. They only know what limited that they was trained by, and they're ticket takers because when you start asking them questions, they really can't answer all of the questions. They got to get back with you. That's a ticket taker. Okay? And the question that I read that they ask and the dance around the answers that they come back to are like, oh my God, are you kidding me? They never will explain to you what the program consists of completely. They only want you to have confidence in them that they will complete it for you, and don't you worry about nothing else. But you're an educated consumer, which is the best customer. So an educated consumer has to get the information, has to understand the program, because you're walking in the door asking for this program. Not for somebody to try to persuade you away from the program, but you're open. Listen now. But you're open to any other programs that might be proposed to you that you can evaluate that too just as well. And maybe the program that was proposed to you just might fit you a little better than the program that you came in the door asking about. Even though you may have heard it on Mortgage Talk and you chose that particular program, they may have another program because you missed that show. They may have another program that just may fit you better. And that's what an educated consumer does, is that an educated consumer understands and is open. Because when you understand some of the fundamentals of the programs, especially when you listen to Mortgage Talk, when you go in there, you're not going to be surprised by a surprise program. You're not going to be surprised by a surprise program. When they tell you about it, you're going to, oh, okay, yeah, and then you let them, then you stop. Don't you tell them about it. Let them tell you about it, even though you already know about it. But you let them tell you about it. So then when they start telling you different things and deleting out different things, now you know who you're dealing with, and now you can alert them of what you know and thank them for their time for explaining to you, because at that moment in time, you should feel comfortable into knowing whether you want them to handle your business or not. Because you're not there to have a controversial battle back and forth into this is how it goes. No, it goes this way. No, it goes this way. No, it goes. You're not there for that. You don't have time for that. You're in foreclosure. Thank you for keeping your whole card. I don't think I want you handling my file. Let me go somewhere else. And that's how you have to be. Because when you are in that help me stage and you're in that depressing stage and you're in that scared stage, then you open the door for a lot of riffraff. And you open that door to be taken advantage of. And people will do that. And sometimes you can get lucky and walk into someone that's really want to help you, and they're going to help you. Then it's time that you won't get that lucky. But if you listen to other talk shows, other mortgage talk show, great, because we encourage you to listen to the talk shows that's on speaker.com on other mortgage talk show. We encourage you to listen to the talk shows that's on iHeartRadio. We encourage you to listen to the other talk shows that's on Blog Talk Radio. But we want you to come back, baby, to where you started at. Come back to Mortgage Talk. Because you know we're going to tell it to you like it is, and we're not going to try to sell it to you like it is. We're just explaining and telling it to you like it is on that wheel. We're not telling you to come to us and let us help you. We're saying let us explain to you how the program works. We're not trying to sell you. We don't have a salesman breath. There's nothing salty about our breath. There's nothing tangy about our breath when we're talking to you about these programs. We're excited when we're talking to you about these programs. And when I say we, I mean my team who helps me do the research and I talk to you. We're excited about the programs. We're excited about bringing you the programs. I'm excited when I'm telling you about the programs. Because I know the programs work. You know why I know it works? Because I use them to help people in foreclosure before I know they work. That's why we dedicated November and December into talking about foreclosure programs, because too many homes out there now are falling into foreclosure. And soon, listen now, and soon, when they hit a higher percentage, the media will be talking about it. And the media is going to talk about it when the stock market started to take some dive. But right now, the stock market is kicking butt and checking names. So it ain't going to be no talk about it because money's been made. And as long as that money on Wall Street is being made, very little you're going to hear about foreclosure. But you don't have time to wait on Wall Street to trip and fall. You need help right now. And so this is the reason why we're telling you and talking about it right now, because we already see the storm coming. We see the domino getting ready to fall. So we're going to do this stuff early. And we're going to tell you about the programs early so you know about the programs. Because you know why? Because a lot of you are in foreclosure right now or going into foreclosure right now. So you need to know about some of the programs that's out there so you can help yourself, get help for yourself because you understand the programs. Because we're not going to just give you information relating to the programs, but we're going to tell you what you have to do to file for the program and whom you have to go through to file for the programs. If you're on an FHA loan, because we're going to be talking about a lot of FHA programs, especially for FHA homeowners that are on the FHA homeowners loan. We also are going to be talking about Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae foreclosure programs. Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae is not part of the federal government. They have a contract with the federal government, but they are a separate LLC corporation. We're going to be telling you about conforming programs, where your investor is the bank that you went to apply to or the credit union where you went to apply to. We're going to tell you about those programs that they can offer you too. We're going to tell you about VA programs for foreclosure. Isn't that something? Why is it that VA has one of the lowest foreclosure rates than the industry? Why is that? You're going to know why. Because some of you just might be families of veterans. So you need to know about that. It's good that I'm telling people about the foreclosure FHA, but then you can say, well, I'm on conforming, so that really doesn't apply to me. Well, some of the programs that conforming is offering, the procedure is just a tad a little different, but we concentrate on FHA right now. But we're going to tell you conforming individuals about the conforming programs that's out there for you too. Oh, yes, we are. We don't want to confuse anybody by talking FHA foreclosure, then conforming foreclosure, then non-conforming foreclosure, and then VA foreclosure and close out the show. We probably going to have a bunch of confused individuals because the process, the paperwork is going to be slightly different. And we don't want to confuse anybody in that process. So this is why